How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. Hope you guys are all having a great day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit the bell notification button. That way you guys do not miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. And of course, you guys can hang out with me on Discord at 6957 if you guys want. And as always, we're going to be talking positives and negatives, talking about a brand new movie here in 2023. And I'm really, really excited to talk to you guys about this film because The Covenant here from 2023 is a new war movie. It is the first war movie that I've gotten a chance to finally see from start to finish in a long time. The last couple war movies that I've actually been able to watch that were actually good in my opinion and worth seeing and rewatching, and I have all of these on disc, is 1917 from 2019, The Outpost from 2020, and 12 Strong from 2018. All Quiet on the Western Front, the Netflix remake from 2022, from last year, I thought was decent, but it really didn't it's a remake, it's already been told before. But The Covenant here, I was optimistic about. I was like, okay, it's a war movie. It's dealing with things that have been happening recently in Afghanistan. Is it going to be a war movie? Is it going to be a documentary? Is it going to be a combination? Are they going to just tell a good story with good characters and good action? Or are they going to get politically heavy? The film opens up dealing with the fact that us as Americans went into Afghanistan because of the events of 9/11 and to establish, a base and try to prevent future 9/11 like situations, not only to America, but on a global scale. And the film concludes with the realization that after a month of Americans pulling out of Afghanistan, Taliban forces took over Afghanistan 100%. And this film is set in between that. And so it deals with the realization that Americans had interpreters alongside of Americans helping them, and what it cost the interpreters in terms of not only their lives, but the lives of their families. So this film takes place, of course, during the war in Afghanistan, and it's about an interpreter that ends up saving and carrying a injured soldier, a sergeant, I believe, out of hostile territory and trying to avoid being captured and killed, the both of them, by Taliban forces. And this is apparently based on real life events. It's based on a true story. It kind of has a cinematic, real life picture kind of quality towards it towards the end. Very reminiscent of past war movies such as like Act of Valor, Lone Survivor, things of that nature. And I think the film was just really well acted. It was very entertaining. It was a very entertaining watch. And I think this is an amazing, not only war movie, but a drama movie, a thriller, a character piece. Solid story, solid characters. The characters grow. They have arcs. You care who lives and dies from start to finish within this movie. When characters die, I'm not going to spoil anything in this video, but when characters do die, you do have an emotional, gut-wrenching connection when they do die. And the film is just real. It's a very real war film dealing not only with war, but current political issues and events. It doesn't sugarcoat war. It doesn't sugarcoat what happened. It doesn't sugarcoat what happens not only on a physical level, but also on a mental level. They dive into that a little bit. Not too heavy, not too much. I think other past war movies have done a better job at that, but it does touch on it briefly, and I'm happy that it did. But this film does not sugarcoat what happens not only on the battlefield, but off of the battlefield and at home. And, soldiers having nightmares and PTSD and blaming themselves for leaving, allies and, acquaintances behind and people that save their lives while they're stuck on the other side of the globe trying to survive because of their relationship with American soldiers. And I strongly recommend this to anybody that wants to see a good war movie. Go and watch this. It's very entertaining. It's a satisfying watch. It's very educational. It's an eye-opener for what has been going on over there for the past 20 years. If you haven't seen a war movie dealing with what happened and has been happening in Afghanistan for the past 20 years, this is a good movie to watch. It's a solid movie. The biggest negative I want to say is that this movie is about 2 hours long. This film felt like 3. So I feel like there's certain moments that, while I understand why the film kind of drags on, I think there could have been like at least 10, 15 minutes shaved off. Because there were a couple moments that I'm just like, I almost started to be like, okay, when's the next like big character moment or action sequence going to happen? And they do happen, it just takes a little longer to get to that point. It's not really condensed well enough. That's the only complaint I have with this film, is that I feel like 10, 15 minutes could have been shaved off, and it could have been a better time watching it. There won't be like there's moments in the film where you feel like, okay, this is a good time to take a potty break for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then the action picks back up. But I understand why those slow moments are in there. There's just too many of them, in my opinion. So overall, I'm going to give The Covenant from 2023 a 10 out of 10. Yes, a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. One of the best movies that I have seen in a very long time. And I strongly encourage you guys to watch this movie if you can in theaters. A lot of theaters aren't showing it, and the theaters that are have very limited run times and show times. So I'm planning on getting this on Blu-ray when it does come out. And I can't wait to watch this again with other friends and family. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys seen this movie, why or why not. Have a good one. Bye, guys.